so I'm not going to have you spell your name for us.
Okay.
So Tony, take it away.
All right, I am here with Dr. Reginald Lawrence of the Rock Island-Milan School District, and he is about to give his State of the Schools address today. And I wanted to know, Dr. Lawrence, tell me a little bit about the big challenges and big goals that you've had and are expecting to have this year.
Well, I mean, as we all know, one of the big challenges is dealing with COVID, new variants or what have you. Been dealing with it since March of 2020. We know that with things changing, it seems almost every day. Our biggest challenge is just going to make sure that we can continue to keep our doors open, following all the vaccination specifics that are out there, continue with mitigations and such. So really, instructing kids day in and day out is our biggest goal. But the biggest challenge, of course, is dealing with COVID and all the changes that continue to come, because wintertime will be coming soon and we haven't even made it there yet. But again, our other goals are just to try and get back to the normal. What's our new normal with educating students, getting all of their social and emotional learning needs met, and then providing support for our families too, because they've been riding along with their students and their children throughout this whole pandemic.
You mentioned it already about how you guys were dealing with the COVID situation, and it's another year. Last year was much different than what's going on this year, but so you've had some things to learn from. How have you taken what you've learned last year and moved forward to putting those into place this year, and then having the governor make some step-up announcements that he'd like people to follow through with?
Right. Well, last year going half a year, 2 days a week, was definitely different than being back 5 days a week, full days. Some of the changes for us has been really trying to adhere to our mitigation strategies. Everyone's wearing masks, which is great. A number of people are vaccinated, those that are 12 and above, and again, that's our biggest push, is to continue being vaccinated. But for us, it really is trying to pay attention to those mitigation strategies of still using social distancing when possible. Contact tracing is probably the most difficult task for us because, again, we depend on information coming from our county health departments when students or someone may be notified of being positive, and then that hard work begins of just trying to pinpoint each and every person so that we can remain safe. So that is our biggest struggle at this time. But really, we are just being more attentive to our students, our staff members, and the needs of families, because it hasn't just been the students dealing with this, but families have been right alongside of their children, dealing with remote learning, dealing with the meal process, and making sure that kids are getting their needs met.
How are the teachers? How are the teachers going along with their vaccination status? Is everything going the way you hope things are? That you're protecting, that the staff is getting protected, that the students are being protected?
For us, our staff, from last year, they've been doing a great job of going out and getting the vaccination. Teachers were above 88%. When we look at it as a district, hovering around that 70%, including everyone, means that everyone wants our doors to be open, and we know how important it is to slow down the spread of COVID. So for us, like I said, when you walk through our buildings, everyone's wearing masks. It hasn't been an issue for the kids. They've been awesome this year with wearing their masks, and the parents have been doing their job of ensuring that our kids are there with masks. So everyone in our district, we know we'd rather be in school every day, all year, as opposed to being at home. So everyone is doing what they can to keep our school environment safe.
Let's not talk about COVID for this whole interview. I know that makes you happy. I mean, how are things going otherwise in the school district, in all the buildings? How is learning proceeding? Is everything going to plan? Are there any other things that you're hoping to ramp up or whatever?
Our students have been amazing. Our teachers have been amazing. I mean, from week one, our kids have been on task and learning, getting to know each other. Knowing that we have opportunities to go outside. The weather's been great, so we can do some outside learning. We're back to sports and music. Any opportunity to get outside, go to athletic events. I mean, for us, this is what our new normal is. We're just doing it with a mask on inside. So I think that everyone's been in good spirits. We try to make sure that we're attentive to and listen to those who may need additional support, families, students, and teachers. But for the most part, in Rock Island-Milan School District 41, we are off to a great start. I think we're in week 6 now, so the other districts are just starting to catch up. We've got our swing of things, and fingers are crossed so we can keep our doors open all year. That's the goal.
Tony, got it.